Radio Rahim with Frazer Clarke. Listen, first of all, I have to talk about what's going on here today. We can't just ignore these kids and the challenges that they've presented and really overcome even on the day with their spirit. What is it like, walking into a gym, young people recognize you, people with physical disabilities and challenges are inspired by you, and you're interacting with this type of spirit?
I feel very blessed to be in a position to come in here and try and give these kids some love and inspire them. But unknown to them, they're the ones that did the inspiring. I came in here on a high anyway. It's fight week. I feel good. I'm looking forward to the weekend. I'm leaving up here because, they're seeing the smile on these guys' faces, the enthusiasm, the energy. They're willing to be in a boxing club and say, no, we will do what we want to do. Despite all the difficulties, all the disabilities, they're in here doing it. I think it's very inspiring. Filled my heart, and I'm very, very proud of the people that are helping them. Not just the core foundation of what they're doing. Mm-hmm. Unbelievable.
Now, obviously, boxing presents its own challenges, even when you have all your physical gifts at your disposal. At a time like this in your career, what are the biggest hurdles for you, like when you climb through that rope on Saturday night, that will take you to the next level that you need to overcome now?
That's a good question. That's a different one. I like that. There's a lot, Coming into pro boxing, I didn't realise the pressure. I was in the Olympic team, the Olympic Games. That was pressure. We was going through Olympic COVID. I thought that was pressure. But now, being on the camera, being in front of everyone, it brings its own pressure. I walk to the shop at the end of my street and see the little old lady, and she says, "Go and win the fight for us, champ. Bring it back to Burton." You know what I mean? My kids, my family, just the whole media, the expectation. I seen Jared Anderson recently do an interview, where he broke down, and I could feel it because it's real. It gets like that. The world gets on top of you. But listen, overall, I've said this in all the rest of the interviews. Boxing for me is like breathing. I've done this for so long. Getting in the boxing ring and competing is as normal to me as waking up in the morning and taking a breath of fresh air. I absolutely love it. So the pressure is there. It always is there. And if the pressure's not there, you need to ask yourself why. The people that don't hold themselves accountable for the pressure, there's something wrong, because you have a duty and you have a right to want to be in there and win.
It's interesting you mentioned the pressure. I've been hearing that a lot recently from the top of the game, right? Through these young guys that are coming in right now. Most recently, Anthony Joshua spoke about the pressure. And, this is a guy that was on the top of the world. And then it makes me think about when a guy is maybe time to think about something else, or maybe consider that it's been too long in the tooth in this sport. The pressure of coming back and those accolades from the old lady at the store, and even these kids feeling like they're still the warrior. When David Allen steps through that ropes, like you say, this is a real thing. You're a man of compassion. Is that a concern to you at all that, this might be one too many?
No. He's past medically fit to fight. He seems in a good place as well. For that minute, I become someone else. I'm not Frazer anymore. Do you know what I mean? For them 30 minutes, I'm trying to inflict pain and punishment on someone. Someone that's trying to take food out of my kid's mouth. So unfortunately, the angel and the devil, they're on both shoulders. But the angel has to take a back seat for a minute. When it's fight time.
When it's fight time, they say protect yourself at all times, and almost anything goes in there. It's up to the ref to call it. Obviously, the controversy of last Saturday has been on everybody's mind. How did you rate that shot?
People aren't going to like this, but someone, a good mentor of mine, told me a quote once upon a time. He said, "Amateur boxing is a sport." He said, "Professional boxing is street fighting with gloves and a referee." Now, right or wrong, the shot, I don't know. At the time in live play, I thought Usyk was being true to form and complaining about a body shot and trying to blag the refs. But now watching it back at different angles, at different times, at different speeds, the honest answer is I don't know. The only person that does know is Oleksandr Usyk. He might think I got away with one, I was winded. But then, was he winded off a body shot or was he winded off an illegal shot? It's so much up in the air. But listen, at the end of the day, the fight went on. Daniel was stopped, and we go again. It's fighting, it's boxing. At the minute, in the circus that we're calling boxing, there seems to be controversy after controversy. We just want to see good fights. I believe that was a good fight. He gave a good account of himself. Daniel Dubois should be very proud. He went in there one of the true greats. And I think he'll be back. Can he be better? But Oleksandr Usyk, you know, hat off to him. He's one of the kings.
Does this change at all your equation of how you think Usyk Fury might go?
It did. I think Tyson Fury, if he watched the fight, which I'm sure he did, I think he went straight to the gym. And I think he went there full of confidence, thinking, this guy is slowed down. Not a lot, he's still great, don't get me wrong, but he's slowed down a little bit. And Fury will think, I can get to this motherfucker, and I can impose myself on him. So if Tyson sees this, I know he's in the gym. So I hope he's in the gym somewhere doing what he needs to do, because, you know, we want all the belts in England.
You think that's going to work for him then?
I think he's going to work for him. I think he's got double motivation, and I think he's a clever man, astute businessman. Timing is of the essence, and I think he sees a wounded animal that isn't quite 100%.
You talk about boxing being a street fight with gloves. Well, what is the weigh-in? Is that a street fight too?
No, the weigh-in, obviously, is to make sure it's fair within reason, but really and truly, the weigh-in, the public workout, the press conference, that's for the fans. It's a spectacle now, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Would they? Yeah, I've been to small hall shows. Yeah. I've been to shows where scales aren't even on, and people just stand on them. 10 pounds overweight, 6 pounds overweight. I've seen that, but obviously it has to be done.
Yeah, but haven't you been to a weigh-in where you chin the guy?
I've been to a few weigh-ins where it's got a bit tasty. Yeah, it just within reason, street fight within reason. All right, let me say that. I'm not talking about knuckle. I'm talking about under the rules of boxing, Queensberry rules. But yeah, this is the fight game. You know, when I see these people complain, side of the head, back of the ear, fucking get on with it, man. It's a fight.
Well, now what's happened between you and Princeton? Was that like?
Oh, that's what you're going on about.
Yeah.
Listen, it was that minute. I forgot about it. Listen, I'm sure. I spoke to someone over there. I'm sure at heart he's a fighter trying to make a living, trying to make a career. On that particular occasion, he told me from his mouth he's about to make me go viral. So he was coming there to fuck with me. I couldn't have that going on. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, man. I'm sorry for pulling your hair, Prince. There you go. A heartfelt apology.
I remember him saying he was going to sue you. Did that ever happen?
No, it didn't happen. But when I say pull his hair, I was basically trying to usher him out.
Gently corral him.
And he's got long hair. My finger got caught within it and pulled it a little bit.
All right. So on Saturday night, David Allen steps to those ropes, and you're going to leave no mercy. Where does that get you? What is a win over David Allen get Frazer Clarke?
Just progression. That's all I'm looking for. That's all we're looking for. We're looking to just take that bigger step. Just progression in my career, in my life. I have certain dreams and aspirations, and this is just a step closer towards them.
We know in Saudi there's been much talk about end of January, early February. We'll see the kind of final four of heavyweights. Yeah, when does that get into your card? When does Frazer get in the mix of like this top four heavyweights and a shot at one of these straps?
It's a little while, yeah. I'm still. People will talk about my age, but fuck that. I'm fucking fit as a fiddle. I'm good to go. You'll see Saturday. I'll get into that in due time, definitely. I feel good. I'm confident in the way that I'm improving. Them big boys there, you know, they're all great fighters, but they don't scare me. I know I'd jump in there tomorrow. That's the person I am. But yeah, just a quick one. To any of them boys that are going to fight in January, I'm available for sparring. I'm a big guy. You lot got all the money. I'm looking to hustle a little money like Del Boy. Holler at your boy.
And lastly, you mentioned age, and I know that you feel good now, and right now you're fighting at your
prime,
best.
Right? Look at me, I'm prime.
But
look at me.
We've seen how Fury is making Usyk wait, and that's an undisputed title fight. So if these guys see you as a threat, they could easily make you wait and wait. Is that a concern of yours?
No concern of mine. Listen, whatever the big man upstairs chooses will happen. As long as I'm healthy, my family's healthy, I'm enjoying the game, I live the game, I love the game, we're all good.
I'm glad he chose that today you would speak to me. It's always a pleasure to talk to you.
We know it's a big fight when you're in town.
There it is, Radio Rahim with Frazer Clarke.